Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Menage with the Mary Jane Maven. And of course, it's your girl, Mary Jane Maven. And we have my right hand on my left side back in the vicinity. Go ahead and shout at you.
It's Vita bringing you
Vita, it's
live.
Vita. So I am going to start off this episode as well by letting you guys know that I am on my second day of a little bit of vertigo and I have a crazy migraine. But I ain't no bitch. And I don't let nobody bring me down. No. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to soldier through this. Part of the reason is because I definitely want to bring in two young men, young kings who are really doing living out loud, living their truths, living within their passion and purpose. And they're doing it through collaboration and they're doing it on their own terms. So we're going to have a visit by our guest host, who will introduce themselves, but I'll give you guys a little bit of a guest here, a little bit of a tidbit or a hint. A new kitchen on Beatrice. Yeah. Everybody should be super excited. All right, so welcome our guest. Our illustrious and who sometimes comes around and who sometimes doesn't. Guest host. Chaz, why don't you go ahead and say what's up? Let everybody know you're here.
Can y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Can we hear? All right, because I'm used to hearing you so much louder, so in stereo, so it's all right. How are you today?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, cool. And then we have the owner, the creator, the founder, the shining light behind Sacramento's. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be the newest, the most sought after, crave-worthy food that there is. And this is provided through the generous, delicious treats of a new kitchen. So we have like I said, the owner, the creator, the illustrious man himself, Andres. And he's going to be talking to us a little bit about a new kitchen, as well as, the homie. My name is Chaz down there. What's up? What you doing? How you doing?
In the dark.
Me and Chaz. Or, hey, Chaz, turn the
Why are you
light
still
on.
in the dark? We can't see you, bro.
It's gone.
Being a light? Oh, he's gone. All right. Well, hopefully he keeps coming back in. It's not going to be very conducive to talking about what what their collaboration is. But I do want to thank you so much. We are running a little bit behind, so I appreciate your patience. I definitely want to give a little shout out. I, once again, just like it's been over the past few episodes, I've introduced you guys, or I've had people on the podcast that have been a part of my life in another, aspect or, another venture. And Andres was one of them. I contacted him to cater my first Colors of Cannabis event. We ran into a little bit of a hiccup and then everything was resolved. If you remember, that?
Nah, I don't remember.
No. All right.
What
We had a
happened?
little bit of an issue with making sure we had all the correct supplies and everybody's money wasn't funny, which at that time, because we're all entrepreneurs, it was, but we came through.
Yeah, I do remember that.
He wowed everybody that night. I don't know if you remember, but
Yeah, no, the tacos were bomb.
tacos were ridiculous. Okay. And you're back. Thank you. I'm glad that you're back, sir. So he was a part of my first Colors of Cannabis event. And ever since then, I've asked him to cater and host other things. Much like somebody who is hot in the streets and who has a talent, he was booked up most of those other times that I did try to contact him. But I will say that he is somebody that you can count on. He will make it work if he can, to come out to cater your event. So we welcome you. Thank you so much for being here today. Like I said, we're going to provide you the opportunity to talk about your new venture. But first, I want to get, before we light up and spark in salutations, I do want to get into our quote of the day. Okay. So our quote of the day, let me tell you, while my headache was pounding, I was on a search. And I really want to find something that that both of you could appreciate. I know you're both creators, music and poetry and things like that. It's as an art form for you. So I wanted to go ahead and bring in somebody who is just nothing but a lyricist and who surprises us pretty much every time he opens his mouth. But,
to say the least.
But everything that he says is inspirational. If you really delve down into it, he is kind of speaking geniuses sometimes. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So the quote for this week is, "You see, it's leaders and it's followers, but I'd rather be a dick than a swallower." Kanye West.
Wow.
That says it all. No. So what I liked about that is that this is pretty much saying to me, and I'll ask you guys in a second as well, as if it means anything to you or what it reads to you, if it pertains to your life right now. But what that says to me is that you always have to make your own way. And, parents always told us, don't be a follower, be a leader. So you definitely want to be a leader, but you don't want to be somebody who is being a leader and who's taking the, nice hot jizz, as well. I'm just saying it as it is, Maybe I relate to Kanye a little too much, but I definitely think it sets the tone for any entrepreneur right now. What do you guys think about that? Have you ever heard that quote from Kanye before?
Oh, Jesus, no, I have not heard that.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty dope. I thought it was insightful. I liked it.
No
I just
comment.
forgot what song that's from. I feel like it's from a recent song too. Man, what song is that?
So does that quote? I mean, I know it's kind of roundabout. It's kind of funny, haha, hee hee. But does that quote read to you? Does it speak to you in any way? Do you feel like you can relate it to anything that you guys are going through in your venture of this, this journey onto entrepreneurship?
I mean, I don't know. For me, it's hard to separate like the man from the artist when it comes to Kanye West.
Well, let's talk about that. Why is it so hard? Okay, so is there a movie, a TV show that you just like, despite a character on there, you still absolutely love it? It's something that you'll ride or die for. Is that?
I mean, like the latest thing I seen was like Lake of the Ozarks. The protagonist, like brother, like quiet for like 3 episodes straight, and I wanted to see him die, but I still enjoyed like the whole show. That's what you're trying to say.
So for you, it's a thin line. It's very hard for you to separate the artist from who he is as a person, or actually separate who he truly is as a person from his art. That's not something that's feasible for you.
It is hard for me to get around that, yeah.
Okay. So playing the devil's advocate, let's say that there's a fan who feels that way about you one day, and you are just truly living your true authentic self. How is that something that you would approach or handle that?
Wow, so if I was like in Kanye's shoes presently, you would just have to keep going. You just have to keep pursuing like your beliefs, no matter what other people have to say.
Are you? I know that I'm having like a headache here, but are you talking? Yeah, are you speaking into like your headset, or because you're coming through like you're underwater?
Let me just actually, my phone doesn't have a headphone.
Do you have about a headset?
Well, it depends. When you're moving it, it sounds clear at one point in time, but we'll see how far we can push out on this. And if the sound becomes an issue even further, then we'll go ahead and have you come over and we'll tape this or do something. We'll make it work. But what about you, Mr. Chef Boyardee? That sounds funny. Sorry, Andres. What about you? Does that quote mean anything to you? Is that something that you can relate it to in your life right now?
Yeah, of course. It's bars all day. That's what it is. First off, and then,
there you go. Hot fire.
It's just like, yeah. I'd rather be a dick than on swallow. Like, it just makes sense. It's just perspective.
Yeah, and I like how your brain's working, because I could see that you're kind of thinking about it and mulling through it, and that's what I love about Kanye's quotes or what he says. Some of the stuff is obviously for clickbait, obviously to get a response, But I mean, I'm just reading through some of his like dopest 50th quotes, and I'm just like, I feel you. There's one that I know the hubby can appreciate. That I'm just going to share this, and then we'll kind of jump into a little bit about what's been going on for us this week. What we kind of are looking forward to. And we're going to get into what you guys are offering. Was today a day that you guys delivered?
Yeah, we delivered. I delivered my burritos, some of Chaz's, some of Ambu treats, and then some smoothies.
Oh, nice.
Smoothies, yeah, that's what I delivered today.
Nice. We're going to talk about that. So I know because it was 90 plus degrees out there, so I'm sure you're a little beat. But like I said, I appreciate your time. So this I cannot, I'd be remiss if I did not read this one. So it's 1 a.m. and I can't stop thinking about myself.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
that's the only person who's ever kept me up till 1 a.m.
I mean,
about him.
But that's insightful. So that lets you know that he's trying to be insightful. He's trying to be accountable for who he is. Here's another one that I love. Have you ever thought you were in love with someone, but then realized you were just staring in the mirror for 20 minutes?
Are you talking about them sleeves?
That's funny. Okay. Now I'm being silly with that one. That's not inspirational. That's funny. But actually, no, it is. Because it's teaching about self-love. It is. It's teaching about self-love. See? You see what Kanye does? That's what Kanye does. So thank you, Kanye.
Well, we know that nobody loved Kanye more than Kanye loved Kanye.
Mr. West, Mr. West is in the building. So yeah, so I'm just telling you guys, if you guys want to be entertained, if you want to be inspired, just go ahead and look up the top 50, quotes that he shared. I think it's pretty dope.
Well, Kanye is just a very broad character. You'd have to be pretty, I don't know, short-sighted to not find something in all of that that you can relate to, because there's a lot going on there, so there's a little something for everybody.
Well, I like this one. The new generation is obsessed with looking successful instead of actually being successful.
Hey, clout.
I mean, come on now, right? So that kind of leads me to kind of what I want to talk about as far as, we always have our Corona Chronicles. You can't help but to talk about something that's affecting our lives so much. But, this is the second episode of the week, so I'm not gonna beat on it too much. What I will say is, once again, Governor Newby, he did it. He came out today. He read all those counties and all those people that want to rush and get back out there. He read them. He threw shade, but he did it in a way that it was like, but we're collaborating. It's community. I absolutely love him. I love that he's staying resolute in what he knows is best, and he's being a great leader. So once again, shout out to Governor Newby.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, if I meet that man one day, I'm definitely calling him Newby. I'm like legit.
He doing his thing.
Governor Newby?
Yes. I feel like we're homies, so I give everybody a nickname.
Somebody gonna say, "Oh, that's disrespectful," like when they was calling Maxine Waters Auntie Maxine.
Oh, she was Auntie. I mean, come on now.
That's disrespectful.
No, because that's what Black people do. Look, how many of your mom's friends, and I don't know, Andres, even you, how many had an aunt that wasn't really an aunt, that was your mom's best friend, an uncle, a cousin. That's what we do.
Yeah,
I had that growing up, you know what I'm saying?
It's a term of endearment. Like it's respect to actually assign a term of endearment.
Yeah.
So
I got who's my girlfriends and shit. They just stayed around. Yeah, all types of shit.
Yeah. It's crazy. So I know there's only a few of us, well, other than Chad, that have children. So why don't you share, because I think all parents need to be able to vent. I know that you were a teacher, so we have a little bit more patience, just like my husband, who's a teacher. So he's dealing with the homeschooling probably a little bit better than I. But how's it working for you with your boys being home and you having to homeschool or do the online learning?
Man, honestly, this has been like probably the best vacation I've ever experienced in my life. Like for real, like my baby mama's been doing a whole lot better. Like she's been taking care of the kids. So we finally got like split custody. Like it's been nice. Like I got them on the weekends. So tomorrow I'll pick them up, you know. It just and then the learning stuff, you know, you just read to them. I bring them the news every day, reading them the stocks every day. But other than that, I just hate that I can't take them to the park to go, you know, swing or to, you know, go slide down the slide. You feel me? And like can't even take
Isn't
them
that
to
crazy? Like you're
the.
asking kids to stay in a house. You're taking them out of an environment where they at least had 30 minutes a day to run around and be kids. And then you're saying, oh, but you can't take them to the park. You know, my husband will take the boys to the park and, you know, go let them shoot around. They took all of the hoops off of the baskets.
They filled a whole.
But you know what though? But there's a lot of irony. There's a lot that's steeped in irony.
That was just so messed up.
Yeah, it's just steeped in irony though, because because I do like Uber, like I'm not, so I drive around a lot, right? And I noticed that like in the hood, right? In the hood, they put bags over the basketball courts. They put hella, you know, caution tape around the courts. But then I'm in Fair Oaks. I'm driving around the country clubs. You see hella white people playing golf. Like, come on, bro, in the same little court. Like, okay, so tennis and golf get priorities, but you can't play basketball.
Yes. Playing tag
on,
and you know, golfing. Yes. And I'm so happy that you brought that up because that's kind of what we talked about on the episode last night as well. Is that you know the people that are making the most noise about it are the ones that aren't being hurt by it. They're not losing out on any money, like you said. They're living in their nice, beautiful homes in Fair Oaks. No shade. Fair Oaks is beautiful. I will live in a house like that, if not bigger, one day. So not mad at you, but you can guarantee that when and if I live in a place like Fair Oaks and I have everything at my fingertips that I possibly need, I don't have to worry about whether or not my unemployment check's coming. You know, I can tell my kids to go play in the fully furnished and, you know, designed backyard. You know, let me be on a lockdown and tell me how bad I'm gonna want to come out the house. But everybody else, you know, wants to rush. And then when we get hit again, and even worse, what are we gonna do? You know, but let us out the house. Yeah, and have noticed that I know, you know, the hubby and I have noticed driving down 99 going south or north in the past couple of days, nothing but highway patrol. Nothing but.
People driving like 85, 90, 95 like it's casual. You know,
because ain't nobody on the way, so it's cool.
Exactly. I know, I understand it.
Yeah. But about that though, hey, like them Kanye quotes, you feel me? It's all about perspective. It's like, all right, boom. If this shit really is killing motherfuckers out here, like at least the black people not going outside.
Yeah, they are.
I will say this: you going to the farmers markets, going out and about. I don't know if it's because, you know, Negroes is like, hey, it's something else to go with my outfit, something else that I can buy. I don't know, but I am definitely seeing young and older that are people of color that are gloved up, that have their masks on. I saw something the other day with like a cannon turban on, and I was like, oh, you're doing it all the way, huh? From the head down, okay. But then again, as I mentioned yesterday, I went to the Habit this past weekend, and I videotaped and counted 15 people, no gloves, no mask.
I went to the Habit tonight, and it was the same thing. So whatever's going on with people who want to eat at the Habit, I'm not going to the Habit no more because it's going to be a COVID hotspot. They don't practice social distancing. Nobody has them. It was just a clusterfuck. So I want my money back. Yes, I did email for it.
Yes. Oh, and she will. She will email.
I'm the black Karen. Okay.
Right. Yes.
I'm getting my money back.
Right. And she writes in red, you know, ink and uppercase. No.
Because it was just bullshit going on in there. And then the food was fucked up too. So it's like, but it was just so much BS. I don't want to feel like I've got to debate with people whether COVID is real, whether you can spread it or I can spread it. Like all that political shit aside, if you just follow some protocol. But this just goes back to shit I always talk about, which is committing yourself to a process, learning the details, doing it because it needs to be done, not because there's someone breathing down your neck and jumping up your ass about it, you know? And that's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to believe if it's real to just care enough to follow some steps.
I mean,
imagine that.
How many adults have said, damn, I wish I could work like 4 10s? damn, I wish I had a 3-day weekend. Well, here we go. You have much more than that. Like, and I love what you said on this. Like, it's a great time to really just be with your children. I know that you have 2 boys. I know that you can see how fast they grow. Like literally over like a 2-3 week month period, they change a lot. And so I know that for myself, and that's something that Vita and I have done since day one, is just look at the positives about it and take what you can, you know, out of it. I know, and the reason why you're here is I know part of this, you know, coronation and this quarantine and COVID-19 and all the names that it has, it's kind of led you to doing what you're doing now, which is, you know, as we talked about on the 420 event, if any of you guys tuned in, we talked about it. This is really something that he's been passionate about, but didn't really know would come to fruition. So this is a prime example of how utilizing this time to, you know, to develop a result that's positive and that's life-changing in a positive way. It's possible to do. You know, Chaz has released a single during this time. So, man, as I'm listing your accomplishments, I don't feel too accomplished myself. Maybe I shouldn't have had you guys on. You started a business.
Look to me, I haven't. No, you praise it a lot. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like,
yeah, like
I'm just
what
chilling.
are you talking about? I'm just a
right? I'm just chilling, enjoying myself. Like Mary Jane Maven got us feeling like hype. She got us hype, boy. Like, whoa, like, nah, thank you.
I'm chilling. I'm over here burning my incense.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys joined in. I'm sorry, guys. I have this headache, so I didn't even say, you know, and Chaz is here, so we should have had him, you know, do the spark on beat since he hasn't been around in like, you know, a many blue moons. I just sounded like my mom. I can't believe I said that. No, what would she say? A month of blue moons. That's what my mom used to say. A month of blue. I never got that. Like
She was saying it wrong.
so.
Sorry.
That's how like my grandma say it. How many of you guys had aunties, grandmamas, or somebody that used that term? And did you ever wonder what the hell it meant?
Moon, just in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon. But she was saying like a long time. But I never. So was a blue moon a longer moon than anything else?
No, a blue moon is actually 2 full moons in one 30-day cycle, and then the
so
second
a
one's
month
called
of
blue.
Double blue moons.
I don't think you could have a double.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll have my mom on and we'll ask her to explain that.
But Chaz been MIA.
Right? Yeah. Easiest way to say it. Chaz has been MIA, you know, but he's been grinding. He's been sick.
No.
He was sick.
I just been cool. I what? Where the fuck is sound go?
I know.
Okay.
So
yeah, tell us about we've talked to Chaz before. Chad. Hey Chad. No, we talked to Chaz before about on beat treats many times. So can we leave? Can I just ask about was it being time off with COVID that kind of had you push forward into New Kitchen?
And just keep that question in your mind, because we really quickly want to finish. I'm going to ask them a question about what is it. I ask everybody this: what is it? The first thing that you are going to do when we are in like stage 5?
4, 5.
You know,
right,
we're out of
right.
everything. What's the first thing that you're going to do, and what sport are you missing the most? We'll switch it up. So we'll go with Chaz first.
I never really watched sports, so that didn't bother me. Just to speak on that. But the first thing I'm gonna do is sit back and wait to see what everybody else gonna do. And then because I've been going outside. I ain't been I mean, like, not saying I don't believe in it, but in a way I do believe. On the other side, it's like people going to the hospital, like they really just saying people dying from this. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what you're going through, like they just gonna say you dying from this, and on top of that, they killing people. But I've been had the conspiracy theory that hospital be killing people ever since my grandma died. So yeah.
And
I'm gonna just sit back and wait, see what everybody else gonna do.
I agree with that. Sometimes I feel like all that could be done maybe wasn't, and some hope is kind of given up. But yeah, that's I can definitely, I feel you on that. You know, and that really lends to the conversation about how, you know, they're saying Black and brown, you know, Black and Latinos are the highest numbers because we don't, you know, or like our elders don't trust the healthcare system. They don't go to the doctor. Have either one of you had any personal experience with anybody coming down with I hate saying the COVID, with the Rona?
Nah, I haven't met anyone with Rona yet. Or that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Chad. Hey, I'm so happy though that Chad said he don't watch sports, because I thought I was gonna be looking weird.
But I had to go to the dispensary, and as I was outside waiting, I started talking to these other guys, and one of the guys goes, "Can I ask you guys a question? How many of us," and it was probably like 5 of us in line, "know anybody that actually has been afflicted or knows somebody that knows somebody?" Nobody did. None of us.
But that's more like anecdotal, because they just released a report today on the SACB that said that Sacramento has the lowest infection rate out of all like the metropolitan areas in the United States.
Compare, that's for sure. Yeah.
So that's why we probably don't know anybody like that, which is really good. But I give it credit to the governor. You know what I'm saying? Like, he did a good job calling it, even though it was a really hard decision to make. You know.
He did. So for you, Chaz, there's no sport.
There's no sport, and he's gonna wait and see what everybody else.
Chaz is gone. Okay, he's gonna come back then. We're behind, so sorry. So for you, what is the first thing that you're going to do, and what sport out of all of them, you know, everything that's been halted, do you miss the most?
Well, the thing, like, I'm like Chaz, like, I really never watched sports. Like, I used to watch the Raiders when they had like Rich Gannon and Tim Brown and them. But then since the Patriots beat them, I stopped watching them, and that was like 17 years ago. Like, I'm a Kings dude, but I don't really like follow them like that. And then like, I'm just a World Cup guy. Like, I watched the World Cup, you know, but that you know, that's for another 2 years. And what was it? Yeah, another 2 years. And then the first thing I'm gonna do, we about to throw that Henny in our chopper party. Henny in our chopper party.
I'm trying to throw a fiesta.
Yeah, we gonna cook. I'm gonna cook for all the friends. Yeah, like the first thing I'm gonna do.
There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be sick that evening.
Henny and milk, huh?
Yeah.
That reminds me of Kahlua and white.
It tastes like eggnog.
The first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna be cooking for all my friends and family. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying,
I gotta make it for y'all. Y'all gotta know how to make it. You feel me? Where it's sweet, it's nice and sweet. You feel me?
Yeah, I never.
You don't even taste the Henny. You feel me? When I make it, you don't even taste it. You feel me? And I put the right amount. You feel me? It's all about chemistry.
Drink Hennessy and cranberry juice, and everybody thought I was crazy, and I'm like, y'all just don't know. And I was knocking them bad boys back.
Oh, wow.
But I can't do brown anymore. Brown makes me clown, according to the hubby. Little true. Vodka's my girl now.
Vodka.
So
it all makes me clown. So
somebody's child named Vodka.
I'm a tequila and a pomegranate juice type of guy.
Hey, y'all been seeing that big ass tequila bottle? It look like a vase.
Yeah.
It's white. What is that? I've been seeing that everywhere.
It's expensive, bro. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, everybody's saying it's like $100 a bottle.
Yeah.
A bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. When I went to the
we had it. Oh, you're there.
I was there.
Yeah. My hubby's frat brother, his little bro, came out for his birthday, and he goes crazy. And we were like, you're not supposed to buy all the alcohol for yourself. And he's like, well, I wanted to drink this. So everybody was like, thank you. Yeah, it was smooth.
I liked having the little bell on the top and the way you have to hit it just right to make it clink. Like, that kind of adds to the fact that you just paid $100. At least you get a little novelty with it.
Well, and being
nice bottle. It was a really nice bottle.
Yeah,
I say that.
Yeah. So you are, the Henny on horchata. I'm gonna remember that. Okay. All right. I will help to make the flyers. We're gonna do it.
You talking about my song? Y'all gotta go slap that.
Blueface baby.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly. That's what's up.
So
I'll be defending Blueface in my house.
Let's have a conversation about that real quick.
Chaz is saying, Chaz is saying that's a song of his, Henny and Horchata.
Henny and Horchata is a song.
Yeah, it's a song too.
Oh, we'll have to hear it.
So
Blueface got a song or chopped on this new CD.
That's hard.
Yeah, but,
We don't care.
yeah, but Chad's gas on Blueface all day, any day.
Exactly. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't.
we don't care.
I don't know about that one, sir. I don't know about that one.
I have the own the right to this music.
Man, like,
Only your hubby downloaded his album. Nobody downloaded that shit.
We have it. We totally have it.
That shit slaps. You tripping, dog. You tripping.
I'll be forgetting you and him is one. I'll be forgetting that sometime.
So when he first came out, I liked, I liked Tatiana. I mean, come on, you like that. Started listening to his stuff, and I was like, this dude doesn't know how to rap on beat. And the hubby was like, no, just listen. He has bars. And he made one, he said one thing where he was like, I'm in the area like Richmond. And I was like, oh, okay. Like he has wordplay, a different type of wordplay.
Yes.
A different wordplay.
I don't know about y'all rap choices. Y'all choose Kanye West for quotes and Blueface. I don't know about the rap.
I don't know about y'all. Yeah, y'all weird.
So like any Kanye album is fire. Like
College Dropout is my shit. College Dropout is the reason. Like I've been rapping since I was 12 years old, right? But the thing is, like my whole crew, partners, they all used to make fun of me and shit. So I never really took I always did it like in the car, private or shit like that. So I never done it, right?
Y'all been posting hella videos.
But College Dropout is my shit. Like especially that song with Mos Def, the Freeway, like two words. Like that shit was crazy. Like that shit blew my mind.
You really should just be a songwriter.
And from beginning to end, the shit was flawless. I mean, he even threw Kanye's workout plan in there, and I was like, hey, and then came back to bringing you back to feeling like, you know what? I don't need college. I am gonna make my way for myself. Like it was, fire. Okay.
But I revisited that album like a couple years ago, and then I realized like the like his inevitable rise to where he's at now was like in that album though. Like he really did want to get the position that he's in. He's always had that ambition. When I revisited that.
A show on Netflix, Rhythm and Flow, I think it's called.
Okay.
And it's a documentary, and they're talking about, it's been on for 2 or 3 seasons now, and they talk about hip hop, and they talk about it in like the different regions, or they talk about it in form of producers and whatnot, and they talk about Kanye.
They go around and get contestants, and they perform and audition and for a chance to perform. That's how like D Smoke and shit like that got famous.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking of the one that D Smoke was on, not that one, right? That's not the one I'm talking about. So it's a documentary, but it's really good.
Kanye has star power. He
has
that certain thing.
Are you talking about the one hosted by Chad?
But not having.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I like those. Those are the documentaries on Netflix. I used to show my kids those in my class, those episodes.
Those are really cool. So talking about that, what did you used to teach? I know that I didn't know this until 420 that you were a teacher. You were an educator.
I remember when I found that out too. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm a high school. I was a high school special ed teacher until they closed down the schools.
I like that you said alternative things like using, the music documentary to, to kind of speak to them or to educate them. Do you feel for kids, my husband's a teacher as well, and I've learned that special ed and IEPs don't necessarily define these kids. Like it's not like back in the day when we had kids that were in special ed and it was more for like behavioral things or, they really had learning issues. Do you find it to be normal as, my husband does? These kids it's not that they need an IEP or that they need special ed. Like they're being labeled unfairly.
Oh yeah. Let me cut in real quick. I was a nurse in special ed classes last year. And I definitely saw that a lot of those children, because these were young children, kindergarten, first grade, they were being labeled. And I'm not doing their IEP or evaluating their, cognition through tests and stuff, but just watching them socially and interacting, I was like, gosh, I feel like this kid might be getting the peg right now, where he's just odd, but he seems, you know what I mean, perfectly capable of learning and talking there. It was weird.
No, I really think when kids go down that special education path into a desegregated school where it's only special ed, that's where it becomes problematic, especially for the behavioral kids, because you're basically setting them up for failure because you're putting them in a classroom with other kids just like them, just as aggressive, just as manipulative, just as abused, just as exploitated. Like it's bad, right? So now you have this basically a shitstorm of abuse, of neglect, of withdrawals, and the teacher and the assistants have to deal with all those things at once, and it becomes a shit show. And then it becomes even harder because the parents are in denial of what their kids face or what their kids go through. And it's like, damn, like I almost got knocked out one time teaching. Like a kid that I thought I
Dre,
was with turned on me, and he tried to knock my block off. And but he was cool after that. He was cool because
You being a grown man, I know that's hard because I know the hubby can kind of tell the story. You can hear him, but there was one time where he had a kid, and this kid was like big, like a big kid. Like I think he actually is getting ready to go play college ball, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's getting ready to go. Yeah, he's getting ready to go play D1 college ball. But this kid, he was a freshman when this happened, and my husband was trying to hold him back from getting to another, because if he would have got to this kid, it would have been curtains. So my husband was trying to hold him back. He said, and at one point, dude, he wasn't acting out towards him, but he was so angry. And at that point, he was seeing nothing but red, that he kind of pushed on my husband. And my husband said he stumbled back and was like, he had to get his bearing about him. Like, wait, I want to suck this little nigga. But I have to remember that he's, he's big, and, he was really a teddy bear. But when he got angry, he got angry.
Yep.
I was a teacher.
It's like that kid that I could take to.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he was trying to go after a teacher, and he was trying to stop him. That's right. Yes. So, go ahead.
I was just saying, that's like a lot of the issues that this classroom next to mine used to deal with, like kids that they had no idea how to control their anger, and you put like 10 of those kids together, it's just like a bad combination. And no one really sees an alternative solution beyond giving them more IEPs or giving them another counselor, giving them some other secondary
make excuses. So what was your strategy for teaching? Like I said, I love how you said that you intertwine using that documentary. I would tell a story about a teacher that was teaching where my husband teaches, and she was reprimanded because she was teaching history by showing episodes of Drunk History. To seniors, I think that's genius. Drunk History is hella funny. I learned some shit about it. I of course go and my due diligence and see if it's real. But she was reprimanded for that, and I feel like with them being seniors, that's different than if you were showing 8th graders Drunk History to teach them about history. So what was your strategy, or what was your outlook on providing them education and like implementing things like music and and things like that? And
well, like one of the big reasons I've been rapping lately was because I had kids that we used to freestyle in my class. Like we used to bring an actual studio in my classroom. Like we had the microphone, the whole little mixer in there. We had the Mac laptop with the little sound system in there. So we used to have that in my classroom. I guess for me, I guess the biggest teaching strategy you could have is like we need to stop hiring teachers that do not belong in those neighborhoods. Like what the fuck? Like how the turnover rate is crazy. Like there's so much money for Black and brown teachers, but they're not hiring us. They're hiring old white ladies. They're like in the hood. Like bro, like they're not gonna last longer than 2 months. Like they don't understand the colloquialisms. They don't understand that's basic slang. They don't understand slang. They don't understand like bro, they're out of touch. And then they're writing the reports. Out of touch teachers writing reports about kids who they automatically think that they're bad. They automatically think that they're villains. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
or they're scared.
It's a fucked up system.
Children. They're children. Yeah. Like when it all comes down to it, they want structure. They want somebody that cares about them. They want somebody that, respect is really big to them. So they want to at least have the perception that you respect them and they respect you. But I don't get these grown ass, and you're right, you're saying it. They're not hiring they're not educated enough. They don't have the readiness, and they don't have the cultural awareness at all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There
And then
was
that
even an incident at my previous. Well, I'm not gonna name it, but there was this white lady teaching the younger kids, like the elementary school kids, and this light skinned kid got a haircut. His name was Junior, and she was calling him Coonier. And like nobody was saying shit until I went to the supervisor and was like, "Hey, bro, like we all have a problem with it. Like, what's going on with this?" So I was like, "Really? Like, you really?" And she's still working there. I mean, she's still doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? But
Who I was
I was,
at last year, special ed teacher. She's in the break room talking about, because they were protesting last year at the mall for what's the young man who got shot here in town? What's his name?
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, Stephon Clark.
Yes.
And they were protesting for Stephon Clark. And so she's like, they don't even report what he might have done. And it was what he done. And you know what?
Died?
Yeah,
like,
right. And
died?
so I just ended up refusing to be in that person's presence. So if I was in the teacher's lounge, since I'm not actually a teacher, and she came in, you can have your lounge. I'm leaving.
Look.
And people were like, we noticed you leave the lounge.
Yeah.
And you know why?
I would have whooped her ass, okay? Like, I would have.
Yeah, all these teachers doing that shit.
Like, don't do the job if you don't. Teachers are like nurses. Nurses don't go and become nurses unless they really care. You know what I'm saying? And they're nurturing. And they want to do that. They shouldn't. Most of them do. Same thing as a teacher. I believe the children are our future. Hello? Like, think about that every day. If you're not prepared, or if you just want a job, go get a job in a nice little suburb.
In an office,
everybody looks
pushing
like
paper, you don't have to interact with people, show any love or kindness. You deal with things, not people.
No, you have kids named Kingsley and, things like that. So it is super, super important to, like you said, have the right role models and have the right teachers in those roles. And you're I think that you're very, you're young. If I'm not mistaken, you're probably in your late 20s.
Yeah, late 20s.
Great thing. You said that like you was late 20s. You're doing fantastic things. Be happy about that. So so having somebody that they can relate to. I know that for my husband, he's able to build a lot of respect and rapport with the students because of that. So I definitely want to give you, a shout out for that. And give you your proverbial crown you for the hard work that you did, because you also had your children to raise. So not only are you dealing with the problems of others, but then, you are taking that home and you're trying to raise young men as well. So that's something that can definitely weigh. So I don't think our men in our communities get enough kudos for what they do in the homes and outside in the community. So I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to, give you and my hubby the shine for being educators and for doing what needs to be done. So thank you guys so much.
Thanks. Yeah, no, it's for the first time teaching, like, because this was my first year ever like teaching, because before I was just like a fellowship teacher. And it was intense. I'm talking about like just learning all the administrative things that happen, and then getting hit with the corona all of a sudden, and then getting to learn like all Common Core curriculums. I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like, but I'm not gonna give up though.
Well, that's just gonna make it easier for you to, help your babies with their homework when they get into 5th, 6th, 7th grade. That Common Core is no joke, okay?
Yeah.
No joke. But
so is that, can you ask him a question? So is that what got you doing your other passion project right now, is being off of school from COVID?
Nah, I've been doing a new kitchen for about a year and a half now. Almost it's gonna be like 2 years in October.
Yeah, I've been knowing Andres for a minute.
Yeah. I love his story because I think it's very common within the Black and the Latinos community, where you're in the kitchen with the grandmother and you're kind of learning from there. So share a little bit about that, and then Chaz, we'll remind everybody, since you haven't been around in a month of blue moons, how you started on, what your services, what you've been doing with the music, and then I want you guys to share with everybody what it is that you're providing to Sacramento and to the community. So
right. So I knew you had the new kitchen already because you did the event, but is delivery new for you?
Oh yeah. The whole delivery service, the takeout service, yeah, that's totally new. But like the delivery takeout only started because um, my my unemployment came through, so so basically like I have capital where I can just experiment with the delivery because I haven't made any money with the delivery or takeout in the last 2 weeks. I haven't made anything out of it. Because like last week I was paying Cardi J to deliver, which was hella cool, and it was actually hella fun doing that. And then um, so it was just like me just giving back to the community really to see how it would work out. So it was just basically just been a test run the last 2 weeks. And it's been a lot of hard work. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm just using like two pans on my stove in the oven, and it's just myself. So yeah, it's kind of hard.
You are,
But
man, you're in the trenches out there. You are serious, right? You're serious. I love that. But
yeah,
that's going to read so well and come across so well to customers. That comes through in the food. It reminds me of like Water for Chocolate. I don't know if you've never seen that movie or read that book, please do. It's on Netflix right now. Read the book first. But like Water for Chocolate, it's the passion, whatever your emotion is, that comes through in the food. So it's kind of the same thing, and your true passion for it. And like I was saying, kind of tell, because I don't think Vita knows how you first started learning how to cook. Tell us a little bit about that and your childhood there.
so like I started off at like because both my parents worked, so I was at home with my grandma a lot. And whatever she cooked, that's what I ate. And but the thing is, she never taught me how to cook because, like, my family's like really patriarchal, you know. So the like, if I was a woman, like they would have taught me how to make pupusas and the Salvadorian turkey, and they would have taught me how to make beans, all that stuff, right? But they never taught me that stuff. But I was always looking. I was always looking around, and and then I first started cooking a whole lot when I went to Humboldt State. So the first university I went to was Humboldt State, right? And I went to Humboldt State, and the food was bad, bro. Like it was made for like exclusively white people. Like Mexican food wasn't spicy. Like Indian food wasn't there. Like it was, like everything was like watered down. Like only thing that was good were like IPAs. You feel me? But I don't even drink that stuff anymore. And then
I'm weak.
so I was at Humble, right? And I had a friend named Juan, and Juan was from East LA. So it was me and my friend Juan from East LA, and we were making vegetarian, vegan foods, lasagna. We even created a political party to overthrow the school at Humboldt State because we was just tired of all the cultural marginalization that we were facing. They invited hella black and brown students, but I felt like we were hella isolated, like socially isolated. So we were like, you know what, we need to put some color in like the student body, you know what I'm saying? But then
How
like
many, if you could quantify it, how many black and brown students would you say were at Humboldt? Because I knew of like maybe 3 people that went to school there, and they were back after one semester.
so
Like
that
couldn't do it.
so that
He's
year
great, but couldn't do it.
it was in 2013 they became a Hispanic serving institution. So they had about like 500 500 to 1,000 Hispanic students, and they had maybe like 200 to like 300 black students, I think. Yeah,
I mean,
but a lot of them came from
that's
LA.
out of probably like what 10, 8,
Yeah,
but still, represented. Okay, yeah, I like that. So you said that was the first school. So how long did you attend at Humboldt?
I was there for about a year and a half until I flunked out. I got flunked out of Humboldt State. It was bad. It was bad. Like my transcript was stuttering. Yeah, but I don't give up though. You know what I'm saying? I don't give up. And then I came back to Los Rios, and then hopped over to Sac State, finished at Sac State. So I don't.
Congratulations.
It'll be
Which
like
school
8
did you go
years though.
to?
Huh?
Soonness or Sac
I
City?
went to No, I went to Sac City, ARC, and CRC. I went to like all three. You have to
You
take
guys hear that?
the
That's how you finish, and you probably finished in what, 2 years?
what the community college. Nah, so no. Oh, you guys want to know the full story of my college life? That's just bad. So like, I started off at CRC. I flunked out my first year, but I don't give up though, right? Then I met like some mentors, teachers, like some godly people, and they put me on game to tell me how to read and write. So I went back, and then 2 years CRC, Sac City, ARC, and then I jumped over to Humboldt State because I was impatient. I should have just stayed local. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wanted to leave. But Humboldt State was a bad option, bad choice, especially for somebody who grows up in Valley High, and all of a sudden you're in like a white town. That shit was weird. It was weird. And I was forcing it. I was really forcing it. Then came back, and then I went back to CRC to get my grades up for a semester, and then after that semester, I transferred to Sac State.
Good. That's a success story. Did you ever take a class with Professor Peshkoff at CRC?
No, I have Professor George, Professor Morales.
Peshkoff, he's part of the Latin program. I mean, he's actually the head professor of African American Studies. You would not know or even think that this man is not Black, but he is Dominican and something else. But best teacher, I have to give a shout out to him. Best professor ever at CRC. Love him.
Okay.
Love him. Love him.
I like Professor Church. You know, Los Rios has just really good professors.
They do.
I think they really have people who are really just digging education and trying to give their best, you know.
Yeah.
We should do an educators episode. We
Let's
could have
do
the
it.
producer on and you. And,
He's like, I yes, no, that'd
well,
be
you
pretty
could
dope.
comment from the educator.
So, you know, I'm an Aggie, so, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not stingers up, but how was the Sac State experience for you?
It was a lot better because I feel like Sac State was a little more diversified. But again, it was like commuter school though. I just went to take my classes, went back home, maybe stayed and studied in the library for a little bit. But that was basically it. I protested like the Donald Trump election in the quad. But other than that, it was good though. I mean, I had a really good professor. His name was Professor Cannon. But other than that, that was it.
Sac State's come up, you know, you can't, we used to talk a lot of shit, you know, being that we were at Davis about Sac State, but Sac State is getting a lot of it, you know, putting a lot of money into their programs, and you guys have a lot of like really successful graduates.
Yeah.
You
They
know,
got some
so
rising stars right now too. You know, they got like
my dad's a grad, you know, Tom Hanks is a grad, so you guys, that's good.
Ryan
So
too.
as you lit and you're just chilling. So what fill us in, and then we're gonna come on back to this joint venture between you two, but fill us in on what you've been doing, because as I mentioned earlier, this man has a slapper that is out right now.
Can we hear it?
I know.
No?
Can we play a little bit of it?
Yeah, that's my beat. That's my song.
Right.
No, okay.
Hey, where is it at? What is it on?
YouTube.
It's everywhere. It's called Dummy. Just look up Chaz.
Are you on iTunes?
On YouTube.
Everywhere.
Because he's gonna show it. Like, yeah, we can show it. So so yeah, talk a little bit about it. Tell us about what's been going on. You know.
Damn, bro. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, because the shit keep going in and out. Basically, just what I've been up to. I've just been baking a lot of cakes, trying to practice on my decorating. That's another thing I want to have ready for when this whole thing is over. So I can start having more prepared orders and things like that. Andres, the one that came at me with the idea to collab, you know, because he makes food, so I make dessert, you know, things like that. So we're gonna keep doing that because I fuck with him mad tough. I just been really sitting on my patio, just really learning a lot about myself, and it's really been chill. Like on a surface level, it's like it looks like I'm being lazy and shit like that, but like nah, like I really been like tapping into a lot, you know. So and it's better to think outside, so because you're not your thoughts ain't trapped, you know, like under a roof and shit like that. Ain't it?
I will say you've been very insightful. You have been sharing some, you know, Instagram posts that, you know, that for somebody like myself who, you know, very observant, plus, you know, the mommy in me, I see that you are going through kind of a transformation. And that I think that this whole time at home is hard for you because you were on such a upswing with things, and then all of a sudden just like, you know, this halt was put on you. So I can kind of tell that that's been a little rough for you, but you have to pat yourself on the back because you released what we're about to play right now. So this is the world premiere. Oh, I feel like I'm on 106 and Park. This is the world premiere of Chaz. And it's called, why don't you tell the people what it's called?
It's called Dummy. Big Dum Dum. It's called Dummy. Big Dum Dum. Big Dum Dum. It's called Dummy. Can y'all hear me, bro? This is so sad. We getting there? Yep. There it is. Yep. Look at that. Yeah, look at that.
Hey, I was cooking at that event too. That was at Sound of Art.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So, how hard is it for you to not perform right now? I know that, a lot of the musicians, a lot of the local scene, some people may have lost out on money that they put down for events. And just the fact that you don't know when you're going to be able to perform again. Has that affected your creative process? I mean, like, obviously not. You resulted in Dummy, and I know that you have a whole album coming out, but at any point in time, do you feel like your creativity was stumped in a way?
Creativity wise, no. Just financially, that's all. Creativity wise, hell nah. Because right now, like I was saying on one of my stories, right now everybody got nothing but time. So it's like one thing I've been trying to work with is just using my resources and stuff like that. And one thing I'm trying to set my foot in is directing. So I want to start like getting because I like being on camera and stuff like that, but I also know it look good on camera. So I like to do stuff like that. And so yeah, it's just that's what I want to start working on. So I've been trying to get stuff planned and shoot videos and stuff like that. So yeah.
Well, your girl is always available. I can pull out my video girl, dancing. I can pull out the 90s, a little bit of this. I can be like, BMB. You probably don't know who that is, but MC backup dancers. I can do it. I can sing. No. So this is a really big deal. And have you gotten a lot of support on your single?
You know what's wild? I've actually gotten the most support with my whole music music career basically than I've ever gotten, and it's really lit. And that's one thing I didn't even get to answer about what do I bring to Sacramento? I guess I bring myself. People fuck with me mad tough, like I've been back and forth to Sac since 2013, but like I just started being tapped in. Everybody's like, oh, Sac Boosie. Once you start getting tapped in, like you meet people like Drez, I meet people like Guns, or well, he just moved out here, but you meet people like Johnny Lachey, you meet people like Tiff. You know what I'm saying? Like once you start popping out and showing up to do what you want to do, that's like doing what you got to do. Then shit just gonna start falling in place, like and it's because it's all about timing and what you do and shit like that. So yeah.
I love that. First of all, I have to say I love that people still say Bootsy. Like I love that. Didn't E40 have a song? Bootsy. Hey, I'm about to bring that back. I'm about to start
promo video. Did y'all see that promo video I made with you in the intro?
Yes, that was fire. Oh, the hubby didn't see it, so you have to share it with him. I love that.
What gave me the idea to make it.
So okay, we're gonna give this try number 2. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna listen to your song, and so everybody vibe out.
Dab it out.
Oh no.
Hey, and then Chad's on feature. He be dropping features. Like he just dropped that
Corn tapes. Oh yeah, with Eric and then with the triple B's.
And then he dropped a feature with this dude named Rico Suave.
With many niggas, I stay on my vision, cause these dudes really be jokes, and they ain't really got no hope. Damn, it's really a shame. It is how you really that lame. No, I cannot be tamed. You gon' crash trying to get in my lane. Better calm all that down for you left with no brain. See, I can't work with too many bitches. Nope. So I stay focused on my riches, cause these hoes really be jokes. They do. And they ain't really got no dough. They don't. It's really a shame. Wow. How you really that lame? No, I cannot be tamed. No, you gon' crash trying to get in my lane. Better calm my legs down for you left with no brain. Dummy, I got money old as a mummy. Out in England, fucking with somebody mummy. Life could get real ugly, but I'm still handsome man. Everyone loves me. Well, I still got a few haters. They just mad cause they bitch love the flavor.
Flavors.
Hey, I love that. Best line, because you're in London because you fuck somebody's mummy. That is, I love that. I love it. I love it.
He's on that Downton Abbey shit.
That's dope. So I do, before I forget, my 8-year-old, his newest thing is that he wants to be a DJ.
Oh, shit.
His name is DJ Firestorm. He has made up his own logo. And he says, Mom, I know you know people that do music. So basically, if you were going to come over here tonight, he was really about to push up on you to be your DJ. Like he's been practicing beatboxing, like he's serious. So you may have an 8-year-old, following behind you, Chad.
That's good. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to do. You feel me? Like that's what it is. Like I'm just trying to be a great uncle, bro.
Trying to be a great uncle.
Yeah.
When you first came on the show, you were you seemed like you were so wide-eyed and like fascinated with Sacramento and the love that you were getting. Fast forward 6 months later, you're like, everybody should want to fuck with me. I mean, I'm dope. So Sacramento. I love that. I love the confidence. And it's deserved because you are making a name for yourself in this new burgeoning music scene. Have you guys ever talked about doing a track together, or you guys send each other text messages with like bars, or you guys have like a trailer?
I don't want to do a track with a beat. If we did something, it got to be a cappella. Okay. I like how Dress talk.
Yes, your flow is very nice. You're very spoken word. Power behind your delivery.
That's why I say he should be a songwriter.
So, I like that.
I'm just insecure as fuck about that aspect of myself.
I'm insecure about my beats. It's okay.
It's okay. It's because
did you do that beat to Dummy?
Yeah, I made that.
That's fire. So what is that? Because it sounds like xylophone. So it sounds like somebody was just in the back playing xylophones.
It is.
Son's definitely gonna want to hang out with you. You're making beats. That's fire. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead and make that Mary J. Maven beat. I'm gonna need to be a little trappy.
Oh yeah, weren't we supposed to have a theme song?
Yeah, we're gonna have a theme song. No, I'm playing. Yeah, you feel me? I just don't know what's like style we looking for. Like, is it smooth? Is it lit? Like, I don't know what we looking for. I told you I'm insecure about my beats.
What I want? Turned up, lit. Like what you wrote was dope. Like I just said, I am okay. So my music taste is eclectic, but right now I am on that. The baby is
the baby.
My okay.
Well, I'll be happy too. Saying
jazz bars. He spits the best fire ever. No. So Drake, Migos. Okay. So 2 Chainz put it best. I like music. What is it, babe? Oh no, I like clubs where all the girls dance butt naked. So same equivalent. I like Migos.
Yes,
Drake.
Migos.
I like a good 808. I like a good, back that ass. Just that. So there you go. Work your magic.
You sleep. You hella sleep. You name it. You gotta name some people. I want to hear some people that I don't know about. Hella sleep.
Oh, Russ? Oh yeah, huh? I fuck with Russ too. I love Russ.
That's somebody everybody know. Name a Sacramento artist.
She got that 103.5, 102.5 playlist, bruh.
Man, like what?
Deftones.
Steve-O.
Brother Lynch Hunt.
Brother Lynch Hunt.
Steve-O.
Look.
She said Deftones. Cake.
Deftones is great. House of Flies, Deftones. So
Cake,
good.
Cake. Cherry Papa Daddies.
He has no idea. He's like, what? Who? No, Sacramento. now I'm not discounting anybody that came out before, but our music scene is a lot better and more viable now.
Well,
where
it's just
for themselves, you know.
well, yeah, it's just on the map. It's just on the map now. That's all.
So
Hey, starting next week, we're about to actually have a music series for like the next 4 episodes where we actually got artists from Sacramento that'll be coming on the episode. Next week is the Almighty Zay. Then we got Wordplay coming on 1 week. And then Basher coming on 1 week.
Hopefully, Johnny.
We're supposed to have our co-host, Mr. Everything on Beat, Spark on Beat, but you know he hard to find these days.
He fancy.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Tip hits me all the time, and I'll be like, "Bro, all you gotta do is just come get me." And she'd be like, "Oh, it's good. I'm gonna come get you," and then never want to come get me. I'm right here at home. Like,
You don't get to go nowhere. If I get to get on the freeway and drive somewhere for 15 minutes, it is like a vacation and a treat. So we'll come. Just know you're gonna be kicking it here with, you know, with 11 and 8-year-old and then us all day. So
I love kids. You know, I ain't got no kids, but I love kids.
So what I want to do is, you know, I'm all about building up the Sacramento community. So when I knew that I wanted to do another episode, because I do want to let you guys all know that we are coming to the end of the first season. Can you guys believe that we are 30 episodes in almost?
Wow. Oh.
I know, right?
How do seasons work?
So we've had a lot of, you know, fun, a lot of being lit and high as fuck. You know, a lot of conversation, a lot of education, eradication, and elevation. And I just want to continue that. But I thought it'd be really good to kind of end the interview kind of portion of our podcast for this season with these two gentlemen. And the reason why I want to delve more into it is the collaboration that you see between men, and especially minority men or men of color in 2020 is so minute.
Yes.
And to see that a man looks at another one and says, you know what? Let me not only bring you in because you're going to be conducive to what I'm trying to do, but I see what you have.
Like let's link up and you know, make it work for each other, help each other.
Yeah. So I think that's awesome. When I saw that post, I was like, that is genius. That's a great business move. So now that I'm kind of venturing to that, won't you guys share what your new venture is and let everybody know that's out there? Like, what is it? My mouth is watering. What's going on? Let them know what you guys, what's your new delivery and kind of catering services.
It's just what we've been doing. Basically, sort like ain't nothing new under the sun. I guess it's just now being posted on Instagram. But yeah, ain't nothing new under the sun. Like we've been vending. When I had my car, when I got my new car, I had to give it back though. But when I had it, I was delivering every day. Like, I don't know, I was doing that. I've been doing that. It's just, I don't know. I just don't want to be stagnant about it. You know, I want to keep growing.
If you want to continue that, rent a gig car.
Hell no, that's stupid.
Set up a couple days out of the week. Yep, set up like 3 days out of the week where you deliver. Get a gig car. And whatever money you make is gonna pay back for the use of that gig car. If you can,
and gig cars always getting deals, aren't they? Codes and weekend special. Oh, it's so easy.
I'm getting a rental car.
It's an app.
Yeah, you just go and
pick it up.
You just go and pick it up
like a jump. It's like a jump car, but it's called gig.
We'll talk about it offline. I got you.
I know what gig car is. I know what zebra scooters are, zip cars. I know what all that is. I'm just saying, it's like with the delivery shit. It's like, I don't know. You want to be like low key. I don't know. I like to be low key. I'm paranoid. That's all.
Yeah, less conspicuous, and less obvious in a gig car. Like,
no, you not. The gig car got gig car written all over it and two big ass bike holders on top, and it's a little ass Toyota car. That shit is like
it's an electric vehicle, so you're helping the environment. And what is somebody in a gig car gonna do? Like, you look like you're right here, and you look like you're doing something. Like, stop it, okay?
say you finna pay for it. Say you finna pay for it, and your phone died. They will cut your car off. Why would I do that?
Not if
No.
Huh?
I'm weak, man. He said you in a little Toyota with a bike rack.
Oh, that's why you get the that's why you get the key though. There's a little key. There's a little thing that you get.
Just give us our damn treats.
I'm trying to help you out. No, I'm kidding.
No, I appreciate it though, but I'll try to do that. It don't work.
You know, the pushback, sir. Okay.
Right.
No. So I know that you come out with the menu every week. Now that you can hear me, I'm waiting on my birthday cake. I'm waiting on my 420 treat, and then you missed the hubby's birthday as well. So that's 3. I mean, count them. 1.
I forgot. I'm sorry.
Suckers, yeah.
He be just, filming little videos of him just icing the cake all nice and it looks all good. And then he hands it to somebody that's over there. And I'm like, well, that's nice. I like cake.
These be my neighbors. I know you like cake too. You supposed to come get it.
She likes lollipops. No, so how do you guys collaborate on what the menu's gonna be? Like, you want to make sure that it goes with burritos, or it goes with chicken breast or whatever. Are you guys kind of collaborating, or is it?
Nah, I haven't made any regular treats for what we're gonna do. We're gonna really reboot, because he said he's gonna take a break for next week, and then in 2 weeks he's gonna start doing stuff. So maybe we're gonna do like a poll on Instagram or something, see what people like. It's like, oh, would you want like a cake for your side, or would you want I don't know, like just some type of dessert?
I want a bananas Foster's.
I don't know what that is.
So the collaboration on these treats, because basically my food is very savory. Like the green sauce that I make, the super sauce, it's very flavorful. So you gotta follow like dessert, a nice drink. So I was like, man, we just so basically this whole delivery service, I want to get to a point where I'm basically selling drinks, entrees, desserts, and I want to be, pro cannabis. I want to be, maybe do a little alcoholic drinks, on the low, so I just want to provide people with everything that they would ever want from a new kitchen on beat treats.
I think that's dope. And you know what? I have some recipes. I'm actually going to be making some infused red wine and vodka this weekend for Mother's Day gifts. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. It's easier than you would think. Yes, but have you ever thought about having a food truck? Is that an aspiration that you look forward to, or do you kind of want to keep it on the catering, mobile kind of service?
Well, no, I wouldn't want no food truck.
Yeah, I wouldn't want no food truck either.
I wouldn't want no food truck. That's just they cool or whatever, but that just come with hella extra ass permits and shit. Now I got to get licensing for my food truck. Then I got to get the specific license for the food truck. Then I got to get permits to where I can park it. And then ain't nothing wrong with investing in yourself, but that just sound like hella work.
Yeah, I would only get a food truck if it's electric, bro. If it ain't got no gas, low maintenance. If I get a Tesla,
you could be the first one.
Give me a Tesla.
That's true.
I could easily see you guys going for the Dreamers competition. Maybe not this year, maybe next year, or the year after next. And then you guys actually winding up with the brick and mortar. You never know. You guys could be the first kind of infused cannabis.
Kind of inspiring me. I talked to Tiff a lot about wanting to focus on food for people who have health concerns and need special diets that are considered medical diets. And it would just be nice if that sector of people had someone prepping for them, so they could just tune out having to focus so hard on that. So I love food, so let's do it.
Well, I can let you guys know that I already have you commissioned for some Create and Elevate events, just so you know. It's going to be coming up. But I remember speaking with you at the Colors of Cannabis event and telling you you're my food guy. Do you remember me coming up when I got my plate? And I was like, hey, put me 4 tacos aside. And I told you, I was like, you're going to be my food guy for any event that I threw. And it's perfect. And you're probably going to help me gain like, 10 pounds, but maybe it'll be all in a good place.
I won't. But I'm saying, but the probability of us owning a brick and mortar has gone up substantially because of the coronavirus. Because like financial analysts have predicted 30% of small businesses are gonna go out of business permanently. So that means that there's gonna be
It looked like that.
a lot of stores. There's gonna be a lot of shops open for us.
That's what I was finna start saying. That's what I was finna start saying too. Like I'll be at hella place. Like I'll be seeing hella just empty little places, stuff like that, and I always imagine my logo on top of it.
Yeah, bro, that's what it's gonna be like. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Is that you guys don't have to have it all the time. You guys can do pop-up type of locations. That's one of the biggest things too. You guys have to play on the psychology of your consumers, and everybody wants to go to something that's hot and new. I almost had a conniption when I couldn't go to the Saved by the Bell pop-up. But like those things are blowing up because of nostalgia and because people want to be able to go and take pictures. So if you have like a pop-up restaurant that you just have every couple of weeks, make your money, be able to pay, and then move into it. So I like how you think. I definitely like how you think. And somebody's going to, that industry is going to bounce back because there's going to be unfortunate losses and opportunities for people to come in and take over.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and again, and the thing is, like, we're bringing in a whole new product. Like, it's a new kitchen. Like, the name already says, like, we're gonna bring in a whole new product, a whole new vibe. Like, if you've been to Taylor Mind Studios events, like, that's what we're bringing to the table. Like, we're bringing like some organic ass, some good ass music, some good ass food, some good ass people, and we're gonna have better shit than the nightclubs that Sacramento already had to offer. Like, if you've been to the concerts at like Taylor Mind Studios or even like Class Hit BT, like the talent there is outrageous. Like, it's crazy, and nobody really knows these people like that, because like Mozzie and Coney Ginobili getting all the praise, but we got like Grio the Storyteller, we got Kari J, we got Chad, we got Young, we got Stuck in the Tree, we got Najee, we got like so many names, and it's like, whoa, like so much like discovery going on. So we're gonna come back and it's gonna blow up like crazy.
That's dope. I mean, I would love to be able to say that Sacramento has a location that is a dual fine dining, entertainment and art location. And between you, Taylor, and Chaz, and just that, that portion of the community, Janae, I see that Sacramento is going to be able to kind of, have a place on the map and not come in second to Oakland and to, San Francisco when it comes to independent or underground kind of music and events. So I'm super excited about that.
I think it's that we're vibing, like the like-minded individuals, our ages, demographics are very diverse, but we're still finding each other and supporting each other. So it's like a lit ass community. Yeah,
it's fantastic. So I'm really proud of you guys, and I know that you guys, kind of spoke about what you are doing. So you're taking a week or two off. Won't you guys go ahead and tell the people how they can get in contact? I will let you guys know. I will share any posts that they put out, the menu or anything. I normally share it. So if you guys happen to forget in a couple of weeks, like, who was that? Who was she talking about? Go to my page and, I'll be able to share the information. But in the meantime, people are waiting patiently with their pen and pad. They want to know how they can get in contact. They want to know some information about your service. So why don't you guys go ahead and shout that out?
You can contact me on Instagram mainly. That's where I mostly interact at On Beat Treats, ONBEAT TREATS. It's not on the beat. I don't know why people say that, but yeah, On Beat Treats. Yeah, I don't give my number out over the phone on public.
Don't be like, I was telling Juice the other day, I got a text message from G-Eazy, and I was like, G-Eazy, and like legit, I will show you guys my phone. I have his number saved as G-Eazy.
He's like a very ugly face. Chaz doesn't like Jeezy.
You don't like Jeezy either?
I never said that. I never said I didn't like him. I just wouldn't say I'd be like, cut some G-Eazy on. The only song I like is Order More, and that's not.
I'll never say
Fire. You're tripping.
No, I'm not a Jeezy fan either. I'm not really into Jeezy. I'm like, you don't really do it for music.
I said no.
You guys don't like Russ either, because I want you. I'm going to give you a homework assignment. I want you to go and listen to 3 songs, and then come back and tell me that this is not fire.
I'm not a fan of Russ.
I wouldn't say I don't like these people. I just don't tap in. I know I like this one song I like by Russ, and this one song I like by G-Eazy. Like I wouldn't say I don't like these people.
What is who would you guys say right now is your favorite artist? And then I want to follow that up with, and then we're going to go back to what you guys are doing. But I have to ask if you guys have listened to Drake's new album. So I want your opinion on that. But who are you guys listening to nonstop right now?
Rod Wave and Drake.
Okay. I've been listening to so when I'm feeling like I'm like if I feel like I'm doing like some hot shit,
and
like
Triple
Sada Baby
B's
is my go-to.
Oh yeah,
Sada Baby.
Oh,
Sada Baby is my shit. Like Sada Baby is like
I know
like
about him because of Adam 22.
Huh?
Yeah, his dance is crazy. Adam 22 has introduced me to these new, Playboy Cardis and Sada Babies and my toe hurts and skate and whatever else these niggas.
The only person that's new for real is the Baby. That's the only new person. Everybody else been around. Like Lil Baby been around, Gunna been around, Broadway been around. Who else in the media now? Young Thug been around, Uzi been around, Cardi been around. All these people been around.
And like the other people I really like too. I've been really listening to so when I'm on myself, like I've been listening to Jay Electronica. Like I think his album's really good. Jay Electronica, and then I also listen to Sir.
That's hella funny because it's a Sir and a her.
What is it? Like it? I don't get him. Like I don't get Meghan Trainor. What is he supposedly doing that nobody? Please explain it to me, please.
Sir?
Who is that?
Jay Electronica.
Yeah, Jay Electronica. Yeah.
Bruh, Jay Electronica dropped like just listen to the song called Fruits of the Spirit. I mean, he uses three different languages. He uses 3 different languages. It's 1.5 minutes long, but the imagery that he evokes in that song is beautiful. Like it's
well, that's why.
Like music. Fruits of the Spirit. Fruits of the Spirit also influenced me to do some videos on Instagram the last 3 weeks because that shit is like beautiful. Like the way, and then I seen him live in person. Like man, his presence is very it's very engrossing. But
it's just
Jay Electronica is just like Jay Electronica will be like the ultimate poetic writer, most prolific writer you'll ever find. And the reason why
he's been around forever too, though.
Yeah, he's been
more
around
than Kendrick.
2 different styles. He's like the East Coast Kendrick. But
I want y'all to know,
but just as intelligent though. Like just as intelligent. This is and the way that Jay Electronica uses imagery to promote an ideal or a belief, it's incredible. Like Fruits of the Spirit is a beautiful song the way he does it. He says he raps he raps Jesus' prayer in Spanish, goes to English, and then all of a sudden he's speaking in Arabic. I'm like, come on, bro. Like nobody doing that shit.
See, that's
okay.
You feel me? That's appealing. That's shocking, actually.
I can respect that. Yeah, I've just heard everything that I've known has been hype. And then disappointment, and then but then people are talking him up again. This is just everything I know about him. But I respect because your passion, the way that you speak about him is the way that I speak about Eminem, or Russ, or I've been listening to a lot of old school what's old school, but I've been listening to Get Rich or Die Trying Again. I've been listening to The Chronic 2001, Far Side. I've been listening to, I've been kind of all over the place, but it's all, just kind of 90s, early 2000s kind of throwback. And the reason why is because of the actual music, the tracks, not, I mean, so much of what they say, but the music, the feeling that the actual music invokes is crazy to me. So I'm definitely going to go listen, and then I will DM you and be like, yeah, you know, okay, I'll give it to you. So that's dope. Okay. So, anybody, who are you on right now? I know.
Well, you know, I put on that Drizzy Drake. How could you not? And then I found out, I think I told you last night, that Chris Brown's Indigo just got an extended version by 10 or 11 tracks.
You know, he's 31.
And yeah, he just had a birthday on the 5th.
I can't believe Chris Brown's 31.
And then he has new shit coming out with like Young Thug and just constantly working on it. So I'm a big Chris C. Breezy fan. I'm actually a fan. I'm not a fan of a lot of stuff, but like with Chris, I have an interest in him as a person and him as an artist. Like, I want to know, what does Chris like? What inspires his music? You know what I mean? I want to see him dance. Right. Man. I want to see his videos, you know? So I love C. Breezy. I love when he gets with Drake Drizzy. Remember when Drake and Chris fought?
Yeah, I know. Over Rihanna. Who didn't want
in the club. They said that was the end of night.
It wasn't. They didn't fight.
Yeah. So,
yo, Mike is muted.
No.
No, you good. But basically, I just want y'all to know, like, anybody y'all see in like the real mainstream, like, yeah, we know people like the Baby is getting millions of views and stuff like that, but like real mainstream, like culture starting or whatever the fuck, everybody been around for 10 plus years. Like, you got, like, look at people.
How you gonna say Young Thug is new though?
What you mean?
Because you said Young Thug is new. His single was out 10 years ago.
I didn't say Young Thug was new.
Yeah, you did. You ever want to take back? You said Young Thug was new.
I said the Baby was the only one that was new. Young Thug been around.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
You said other than Young Thug, the only real new one is the Baby. We don't want to take back. I'll show you.
Sada Baby fairly new, bro. Sada Baby fairly new.
Sada Baby's new. Sada Baby's new, but Young Thug's not.
I'm talking about real names that hold weight, like Drake, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kanye West. All these people been around for 10 plus years and this shit. Like, it's just wild how. Like, it's just wild how you look at people like Lil Pump, right? We look at him, and then we be like, oh, this nigga hella famous, getting a billion views on his shit. Like, we looking at it like it's amazing, right? And now we looking at him like now, like, or even Juice WRLD or even X. Like, we look at these people, these new artists that come out, and it's like, damn, like, you know, it's just crazy how shit happen. Like, it's crazy how long and how much work and time you got to put in and how much shit you got to do for this music shit, bro, to really, really be accepted. Like, that shit is crazy.
That you say that. I'm not discounting the work that people put in, but you know, up until I was 24, 25, 24, my focus was singing. And what you have to do or what people have to do now to get their music out there is so not like what I had to do. And I'm not that old, but I'm about to sound like it. Like, you have to literally record a tape. You had to find out the address of the A&R person that you wanted to get it to. Then you had to send it in a big old manila envelope. Like, there was no uploading to SoundCloud. There was no, like, I can go ahead and put it on YouTube. And I know the work is still there because it's a lot more of branding work that you guys have to do now. It's a lot more of being in tune and like connecting with your audience. But to get on initially, I think is a lot easier than years previous.
Oh yeah, no, like are you really gonna do everybody?
That's so much more important in being an artist today. Like, you have
everybody contact info in their bio.
What?
Everybody contact info in their bio, like managers, artists, all their contact info in their bio. Like, it's not hard.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying though. We didn't have back then. You didn't have social media, so you couldn't.
There was more grind involved.
Yeah, no, I get you though. It's still grind involved now. Now you got to make it look good. You can't just sound good no more. You got to make it look good. You got to make it look good.
Projecting who you want people to think you are, as opposed to letting A&R do it after they discover you for your actual talent.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like image first, talent. Does he do they have it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like there could never be, I mean, I know there's been boy bands that have been successful, but there could never be a fabricated NSYNC, New Edition, New Kids on the Block anymore. You know, everybody fit into a mold in those boy bands. You can't do that in 2020. Like you just can't do it. So yeah, it's definitely different. And like I said, this is why we're doing the next few episodes, and we're giving respect to the music artists and the scene. And we want to close out the season by highlighting, you know, people that are, you know, not able to share their talent and their creativity during this time, other than maybe on their own platforms, you know, but they're not able to perform or, you know, have their message spread to new people. So that's kind of why we are doing what we're doing. And then Create and Elevate is actually going to be doing an event as well that Chaz, you know, we want you there. Hey, Andres, if you want to go ahead and spit, you know, some hot fire, you can as well. But yeah, so we can talk about that. I could talk about music all day. But I'm gonna want to, you know, we started late because of me and my migraine. So I want to give you guys one last opportunity to talk about your service. Now, are you guys just doing a joint name, or are you guys kind of coming up with, you know, your own kind of brand or logo together? Or is it just going to be, you know, a new kitchen and sweets provided, you know, by On Beat Treats?
Yeah, that's really just what it is right now. It's just like sweets provided until we actually get some shit going, you know.
Clarify, the food is pure and natural, although, you know, infused is pure and natural as well, but they're not infused treats. It's not infused, you know, burritos or anything like that. So you can feed your whole family.
No, the treats are infused. The treats are infused.
It depends what somebody wants. Like I have vegan infused, I have regular, I have irregular infused. Like it just depends on what somebody wants.
Perfect.
You know, somebody.
Yeah, so
that's why
right now I've been experimenting with burritos.
As well as there is no set pricing, or there hasn't been. Do you want to talk a little bit about the pay structure? Or
all right, so a new kitchen has been experimenting with burritos. So I've never sold burritos at events ever before because logistically it's just a nightmare. But I've just
my burrito is hella good.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I just took a chance to sell something different, a new kitchen California burrito, which has, you know, tater tots, my super sauce, cheese, my rotisserie style chicken, and then a cabbage pico de gallo, all in a flour tortilla, right? But it's big though. It's like a 14-inch burrito, like it's hella big. And the reason I haven't really put prices on it is because I want everybody to experience what the new stuff that I'm making, and I want everybody to give me some feedback on it. Like, should I pursue a burrito or should I just keep going with tacos? And the other reason I'm doing like donation based or sliding scale based is because not everyone is in a financial position to go out to eat. So I want to give somebody an opportunity of like, all right, let's go out to eat. Let's not make something for myself. All right, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll $5 on a burrito. I'll drop $10 on a burrito. You know, whatever you can afford, I'll take it. I'm more than happy to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been really blessed during this quarantine. You know what I'm saying? And I know not others have been in my shoes, so in my position. So I want to give other people an opportunity, a chance to have like
that's
some type
really
of takeout
just
experience on the low. You know?
Yeah,
So it's like, hey,
that's
man,
just that's just reciprocating. I guess not. I guess that's reciprocating good karma in a way, because it's like that's what I'll be trying to do with people who want to collab with me. People are always talking about not how we doing it, but people always want to collab, like bake in, like putting products out and stuff like that. So I always tell people, like, what is your main thing? Do you want to make profit? Because people think I just get money like that. Do you want to make profit, or are you trying to really like bake something, you know, stuff like that? And people just always talking about they want to make money. So I'm like, okay, if you bake something, I'll pay you for whatever. We'll go out and we'll sell your stuff, and then I'll just pay you for whatever you baked. But I'm putting my name on it. Because that's what's important, is the name, is the longevity. When they eat the product, it's going to be good. They're going to remember where they got it from. It's going to have my name on it. So, you know, I find that important. You feel me? So I feel like that's what it sounded like you was doing with the donation-based shit. Because it's like, once this shit start back up and then you really start booming and shit, you're going to really have them people who fuck with you beginning, like when you really start having prices and shit for what the shit you really want to make.
You guys are doing something that's so inspirational, because it's inspirational tenfold. Yeah. One, you're doing something that's being selfless right now, and you're you're doing what I think the main purpose of this Coronication is about. It's the universe's way of saying, like, come on, people, let's get back to being just humans and caring about each other and using your strengths and your goals to make the lives of others better.
And I mean, could you imagine if you could launch through that donation-based model a mindset and a lifestyle where people are willing to feed a family for the night because they know that that family, when they're better up, or someone else on their behalf will come in, give a larger donation, or when that family that couldn't afford dinner tonight gets money, they buy from you, pay you back, buy somebody else. You know what I mean? And then no one has to feel like, damn, I'm out of money. My kids is going to go hungry tonight. Like, if many businesses took on this model of, I'll feed you for whatever you can afford tonight.
Yeah, like they used to. And that's awesome. And you guys are doing that for the community. Like, Chaz said, that's doing nothing but just putting great karma into the bank for you. But also, you guys can be an inspiration to other budding bakers and chefs out there, especially ones that are Black and Latino. So
yeah, that's basically it.
And you should realize the extent of what you're doing and the power that's behind it, especially in the Sacramento community, where it's we cover a lot of mileage, but Sacramento is really small. So this is not going to do anything but continue to not only bless you, but bless those people that you're feeding. And so
exactly. And someone, and you know what, other people will come in and show you love. Like, if people are falling short, there'll be other people who come in on the donation base and really cover that, because they see what you're doing when you're putting people over profit. And it's just it's the new model in my mind. We got to make money, but we've got to put people over profit. COVID should help people to learn how to do that, if nothing else, in business. So,
well, I know, yes, definitely. I know that I will be utilizing you guys. Got a lot of events coming up with Create and Elevate. I definitely want to work on a very nice dinner. I'm not going to put it all out there, so somebody steals my idea, but it's going to be lit. And also maybe doing some things for the youth. I think that'd be great. And doing something to show our special thanks to the, essential workers, and especially to those medical workers. Great exposure for you all, but then also just building up that great karma. So
where can people drop a donation on you for the food deliveries?
Cash App, $, my name's Chaz.
And then so you can go on a new kitchen, Instagram, a new kitchen, and you can just DM me, and you can ask me basically just ask me what you would like, and I'll see if I can make it happen. But I really just want to do deliveries once a week, because it is a lot of work. And take out once a week. But I'm not cutting corners. Like today, I was selling like organic strawberry, peach, mango, pineapple, ginger smoothies with tequila reposado. You know what I'm saying? And then I was, and then my burritos are big. I'm doing like the 14-inch tortillas, like you know what I'm saying? Like they're big. And then we got the really good treats from On Beat Treats. So I'm not cutting corners, but I'm just trying to be generous and try to give y'all something that's a little different, a little new. And then once you DM me, I'll send you, my Cash App or Venmo, and hopefully it all works out. But it has been difficult, but it's been fun too, because it just reminds me of being back at those events and cooking for people and stuff.
You keep doing it, out of pure joy and out of gratitude. Yes. And it's going to become easier, because what's going to happen is there's going to be people that are brought into your life. The universe are going to be able to say, you know what, I'll cook the rice for you, or I'll come help deliver. It's going to happen. And when it starts to happen, you're going to be like, holy shit, it's happening. So yeah,
I'll deliver for you.
Hey, there you go. Look at that.
For real.
I'm a good driver. Logistically, it's a part of what I do. I have to drive around town, so I know how to get to places in a timely fashion. I have a food handler's card. I'm clean. I'm safe. I'm assured. I don't know all that.
Look at that. Connections. Yes.
I can even get COVID certified. So,
hey. Well, that's good. Yeah, no, I'll let y'all know,
Well, we've been putting your information along, you know, the video this entire time. Of course, I will share all of your contact information. I've gotten a couple of pictures from your Instagram, so I'm going to be posting those of, you know, that big ass, fat ass burrito, you know, your menu from this week. And then I do want to make one, you know, one just request. If, you know, in the next couple of weeks, if you can just go ahead and make that meal that you made for 420, please and thank you.
Okay.
Make me a plate. I will bring everything, and you can just make me a plate. That look delicious. So yeah. So Chaz, thank you for allowing us to play that. You know, anybody wants to get that on all streaming platforms, on YouTube, you know, run up those views. You know, share that. Check them out. You know, you want to definitely support two kings of our community that are doing things out of purpose and passion and gratitude, not out of greed and you know, and you know, envy. So
I love that.
Yes. So we want to always, you know, lift those people up that are doing that. You know, so we can continue to grow. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. We'll definitely have you guys back on when you guys are getting to that point of announcing your brick and mortar building, you know. We will be definitely talking soon because I'm ordering some food. But thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. And you guys know what you need to do. Go like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel, Menage with the Mary Jane Maven. Social media, the Mary Jane Maven, at Menage with the Mary Jane Maven. We have beautiful, my right hand. On my left side here is Vita giving you life.
Yes.
You can find her on IG at Too Sexy.
Yeah.
I'm Too Sexy. I think we should play that every time we say that.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, I just want to thank everybody once again for, you know, tuning in. Second episode of the week. Like I said, we're going to be closing out this first season. I can't believe we're already at like 30 episodes. Shout out to our listeners in France. You guys have moved up a percentage overnight. We know we love our international listeners as well as those that are local.
Yeah.
Go to the merch site, Teespring, Menage with the Mary Jane Maven store. Stay your asses home. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Wash your ass.
Right.
All right. See you guys soon. Thanks so much.